5 seconds remaining.
OG's turn to ban.
Radiant team ban. Radiant team ban.
OG's turn to ban.
Radiant team ban.
OG's turn to pick.
Radiant team pick.
Admiral Changsha.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Here we are, game number 2 of the series. So nothing, of course, here in this 2-game series of the round-robin stage of the MDL Major, currently taking place in China. This is the official coverage, one of 3 official coverage here. We're doing remote coverage, of course, homes, but been having some fun watching Dota over these last couple of days, and right now OG's up 1-0 over Infamous. Infamous trying to get their first victory of the groups, this being actually their last match. But OG still fighting for position in going into the playoffs, and they will first pick the Changsha once again. But Infamous choosing not to ban the Changsha as a reaction. I mean, I can't say I blame them, Trent. It wasn't necessarily the most overwhelming Changsha game. As you mentioned, OG is very successful with it.
Ahoy! Yeah. It's very flexible for them, which is a pretty frustrating situation, right? And it makes it very tempting to want to ban it as well. But I guess they're deeming that not worthy. So, not Skyrath. Oh my goodness, a Witch Doctor. Similar, though.
Not the same.
It's just not the same.
It isn't. Skyrath is more up front, where Witch Doctor, Maldic, you want to burst him down for the Coaling Blade.
10 seconds remaining.
It's true, it's true. It is a nice combo. It doesn't have the same like in-lane harass or anything either, so we'll probably see some other 4-roll, I would guess, to pair with the Axe, and we'll probably get Witch Doctor with a maybe +1 in the safe lane, or well, in the Radiant's case, perhaps even in the Radiant off lane, but Changsha plus what? What shall be the game plan here for old OG? Gonna go with the same previous stuff here?
Yeah.
Mix it up, OG? What are you thinking?
Why not? Dark Willow, you mentioned, was fun to see. Just because recently he's you know, we saw him for a while that he was top tier pick, pretty much first pick in so many games. It's not as strong right now. There are still games that do. OG no doubt one of them. Derek. Christ.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I'd say all time probably his best hero other than Earth Spirit. I mean, you could even possibly argue that it is his best hero because he just never gets to play Earth Spirit anyway. Like,
True.
There is some argument for that, but actually, all time for OG, they have 121 Earth Spirit matches, and their next highest is 93 for Dazzle. They play a lot of Earth Spirit, but Tusk is up there too. It does look like the Earth Spirit has like almost a 70% win rate though, so that's kind of ridiculous.
5 seconds remaining.
You know what's actually kind of amusing? Speaking of hero stats, I had the hero stats up here for this event as a whole. Leshrac is the most played hero at this event right now, and he's 2-15.
Wow.
Like that's odd. You know, the most picked hero at the event has an 11% win percent.
That is very surprising. Hopefully, maybe there's some argument that the better teams are banning it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
As strong as people think.
I feel like he's been first phase banned almost every game we've cast though. And then we had the one game obviously today where he was picked by Vega.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know, that's just weird to me. Yeah, I just happened to notice that.
Yeah, that's unreal actually.
Dragon Knight's 11-1. The other side of this top played heroes, he's 11-1. DK's the answer.
He's still feels like a little bit of a sleeper hero. I feel like he started getting picked a lot, and then he got moved to the off lane, and he was continued to be picked a lot, and then he just kind of fell off. but some teams who are continuing to play him obviously doing quite well. So they will ban him here from Infamous. They realize, they see what's happening. See if they actually opt for one of these hard carries, like the Morphling ban. I think that's the kind of idea. You know, we talked about our Morphling plus Warlock. This could be any sort of Witch Doctor plus one of the harder carries here to farm up on that. It's Radiant off lane. Infamous, I think the Luna is a hero that particularly fits them well. Maybe something they want to opt for.
They should go techies, let's be honest. This is their last game. And I know I just got finished saying how they should take this seriously and, you know, this should be practice, but damn it, for our entertainment, they should go. Techie's axe actually does sound half decent, right? You know, you got the call setting up for a takeoff. Like, that sounds like synergy right there. I think there's something to it. Or you call them into a mine. You know,
the synergy.
I
see it. Yeah. I don't know. I think Void, maybe the Any-Mage again, possibly. You have to play it up against the Kunkka, but I have to say the Any-Mage looked really good for them in that match that we saw up against, was that Mineski, right? They almost managed to sneak one out there, but they'll go with a Gyrocopter, so just nice rotating hero. Someone can actually fight early, maybe match these very good rotations we've been seeing from OG today.
You know, a classic OG hero is that Alchemist, but, you know, just when he got some buffs, then all of a sudden they make bounty runes in 5 minutes again, and
yeah, that was the end of that.
Then it's like, well, shortly lived. OG did play him a couple times recently. Pretty relevant match.
Yes. Seb was looking very good on a lot of those Alch games. I was impressed. But talking about the old Earth Spirit, that is like the classic Matthew hero. Certainly his best one in my experience of watching him play. And instantly into the Underlords, so OG have a lineup. They know what they want. Fly has his defensive support. Jerax has his rolling on in there Tusk. And more than likely, No Tail is going to be on the Kunkka. So we'll see if we get a Seb hero last. Or if Seb ends up playing the Underlord mid, which has been quite comical a couple times, depending on the matchup. Should be S4 though.
He can hit hard.
Yeah.
Build him that way is a possibility. So for that offlane, of course, but yeah, those 3 picks right there all of a sudden happen. Really similar hero for Fly in sense of as long as the support hero has some kind of defensive saving tool, then I figure that's going to be an option. Doctor, a little bit less likely, but Wyvern fits that. Although I will say Wyvern's, well, I guess actually now I think about it, Wyvern against Axe, I guess is okay. You know, spins are pure, so it's not like mitigate.
Yeah, no, super solid hero against Axe. I think it's fine. Ban the Pugna. You know, lots of flexibility here. Again, it could be the Kunkka mid for Seb. Could be the Kunkka in the safe lane for No Tail. So they'll just go with what they think OG is lacking. Take care of that tower push.
They're lacking seed. And
Roaching again too might be something on their minds just because of that last game. But
5 seconds
yeah,
remaining.
Lena final pick did. With that somewhat TA.
Yeah, Lena's not bad too. I like that actually. That sounds pretty solid. The Seb troll, not incredible here, but I feel like it's a hero they've kind of gravitated towards quite a bit. They could go for the Lone Druid, throw it back onto No Tail, and then just put Mad mid on the Kunkka. So many options. Do whatever you please.
As long as it's
Pick. Radiant team
remember?
Jug. Okay.
Kinda. Greatest Roshan team.
Better though, with the healing ward.
Infamous.
They already have at least one EKB piercing, which is nice against the Jug with the axe, so they can cancel them during the spin. They have pretty good team fight with the Gyro and the Earth Spirit. And their last core will be the Ember for themselves. All right. See if he can pull off some nice little X mark plays and try and dodge those recalls we've been seeing from our Ember Spirits.
Yeah, it's not a free Ember Spirit game by any means. You didn't talk about Kunkka in general, but then Underlord who capability. All right, another Ember Spirit game. Hands of Infamous though. Instead, they get this hero called their Spirit. Underlords, it has also kind of died off a bit. Relevant here.
Yeah. Just a lot less solo offlaning, so I think he doesn't really fit the dual lane quite as well. He's okay, but I think other heroes can capitalize a little bit better on a dual lane scenario. It's not that Underlord's bad, really. It's just that, like, why wouldn't you just pick Doom?
Go. Game 2 of this 2-game series. Final game for both these teams, actually, as far as group stage.
Prepare for
What? Finish strong, that's what they're hoping for. I say proudly.
It's a well-timed laugh from the Wyvern.
Mine said hello. Looking up. What the hell's going on? These funny taunts, too.
I think they're feeling good, man.
They are. They're having some fun, man. They've been traveling around the world and playing some Dota for them.
Feeling good, man.
So OG, if they were to secure this game, let's see here. So nothing's up there, right? They could get themselves up to 6 points. So they could be jostling quite well there up into the upper part of the group. And what a way to start. Oh, they can't quite get him.
Oh, that was, you know, we credit Jarex all the time for good reason, but he misplaced his.
You know, sometimes this Tusk hero, you don't play him for a bit, you start to get into old habits of the old shards, man. That change on the shards still gets me. I played Tusk the first time and I missed my first, like, 3 shards every time. So I'm just like, shit, not old shards. But, no excuses for Jax. Look at that set. He's clearly been playing some Tusk. Actually, he's, like, only Battle Pass. He's a very low Battle Pass level. Maybe he hasn't been playing some Tusk.
He just saves it for the act.
Yeah, he's only level 3 on his Tusk. I mean, this guy's a grinder.
Usually banned.
That's right.
So you were saying that at OG, they can't get first, but I think they could get, you know, second or third, which is also.
I think theoretically they might be able to get first, right?
I saw a post that Secret was first.
Oh, because of tiebreakers. Yeah, you're right.
Tiebreakers. Maybe,
Yeah, that's why. It must be just head-to-head. That makes sense, because they don't want to delay the group stage. So, yes, that is correct. So they can at least get second or third.
That gets you a little bit better than fourth or fifth. I think I don't know if it gets you to the winner bracket or like the later round. I'm not exactly.
It gets you first round upper bracket.
Okay.
Yeah, and then if you win the group, you get seeded second round upper bracket. So winning the group is actually sick, but second and third is still very important.
Yeah, you win the group, then you're one away from top 4 at that point.
Yep.
We're talking about that. Meanwhile, No-Tail, he's just trying to live. Fairy Fire coming out, going for the turn kill. The torrent's not going to connect. Jarex is here, though. He'll hit the shards this time, and Gyrocopter does go down. We're analyzing the group stages, but meanwhile, we got some interesting lanes coming about. Gyrocopter versus the Kunkka mid. Got an aggressive Juggernaut lane bottom. We have S4 dying at the top lane against the Axe Earth Spirit. Shaping up. Yeah, why Gyrocopter mid though? You?
I think the Tidebringer versus the Kunkka likely just doesn't want to play that matchup. Last game, it's a very... Oh, actually, bottom. Jarex.
push, actually push the Witch Doctor down. As the snowball came
Think
out.
that saved him?
He's living, yeah, that is gonna actually keep him alive in the end. You play there with the Boulder Smash.
Yeah, I think just worried about like potential rotations coming to the mid lane. It'd be pretty easy to set up with the X. You have to be constantly Tideburnered over and over by the Kunkka as well, so would not be a very fun time for the Emperor. Whereas this actually puts him, you know, we're talking about like a hard carry for the Witch Doctor to support in lane with that Voodoo Restoration. That's kind of what Ember is good for, rather than the Gyrocopter. Try and get him up as fast as possible. And he can still help in these kills too.
Yeah, you also see the pressure from Gyrocopter that he's able to apply with the constant Rocket Barrage spam.
Yeah.
Now, he did die earlier. Perhaps over a little too much at the tower, but not a bit. And speaking of that, that pulls him in. Here comes Tusk. Bottom lane, Seth does die, but they are going for Gyrocopter. Nice shard block once again. The homing missile not going to save him, but yeah, bottom lane, I see them going in as well, and sure enough, Juggernaut, he did take too much damage. 2-2 game.
Matthew's having a great start though. Again, now he's 2-0-0 as S4 not having a great start.
Yeah, I don't know, I just wouldn't expect him to die, so I'm missing both the kills on him, but man, that's a solo kill that time for Axe. No tail, probably dead here. Yeah. Matthew takes it, however, Tusk coming in. Gyrocopter trying to help out the best that he can, silence up just in case. And Matthew will roll away. Yeah, S4 dying back-to-back down to the top lane, and at least first time was Earth Spirit up there, but this time it was solo act. Man, this feels just so good for this, though. It's like, this is one of the biggest reasons I think we're seeing him too. All of a sudden, it's just cutting the creepers like he's doing. And by the way, Gyrocopter goes down in the middle. My camera work, man. It's not gonna talk.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like non-stop action, but yeah, if he just cuts those waves down, he can get his Vanguard so early on. He almost has it right now.
I died.
Once he's a Vanguard, though. Very good time. And he had a full level edge on the S4. He's starting to cast back up now, just then leaving the lane. But look at the damage. I mean, the Pure just slices right through him.
He's gonna actually hit level 6 right there. I was wondering if he's gonna go make a play. Are you kidding me? Bottom lane, but Feature dies. Middle lane, I am catching this one. Gyrocopter. Oh, and missile hits on No-Tail. Madish was put up late, though. So yeah, it's not gonna be nearly enough for the kill on a No-Tail. I'm gonna stay alive. We did see in the text at least Ember Spirit dying at the bottom lane. Come back in. And he has farm. I mean, overall, it's been okay for Ember Spirit. He's basically tied with the Juggernaut.
Yeah, everyone's just kind of trading evenly across the board except for that top lane, really. I mean, there's actually a pretty big gap mid, too, with the Gyro going down 3 times now. About a 600 gold lead there for our Kunkka. But S4, alright, so he's being run down again up here.
Yeah.
Well, what's been going on? No, all S4. I guess it must just be well timed with the creep waves coming through and Stinger's just catching with a bunch of spins.
Yeah, no doubt some RNG's involved. How it works with Axe. Again, kind of the creep. He's going, if he gets a spin here into a mango, holding.
You know what it is? It's because S4 has to nuke the whole wave every time with the Firestorm. So when he nukes the whole wave, that means that his own wave has nothing to catch on.
Oh, Axe is the one that's almost dead. The shard block is not successful, though. He'll put the Batfinger up. He has to pop a mango for this. Here comes the roll from Matthew. The Boulder Smash did not hit, though. It was actually a little bit too far in. As Witch Doctor also makes his way. No, Witch Doctor cancel. Never mind.
Stinger came back in for his boots. Very greedy.
Okay.
It's like you couldn't go shrine first, dude.
Yeah. Maybe he was basically like, I'll just accept death. But yeah, you know, he definitely could have lived right there. No tail middle lane. He's dead. Finish him. He had a double damage rune, but unable to use it aggressively, unfortunately for him. 10 hero kills, like 1 of 7 minutes, so action definitely plentiful. In fact, going to continue. Pepita bottom lane. Wyvern last hit, not enough damage actually. That Buckler coming into play. Armor Spirit cannot juke out. Axe is now here. The call will bring back in Juggernaut. The Colding Blade slice right through that cold embrace of the Winter Wyvern. Similar to the Dazzle idea with a shallow grave.
Yeah.
I think you're going to be saved. And then...
At least he managed to get the healing ward as well. The Amber Spirit sniped it before he died. 75 gold. Nice. But no, it's funny how that top lane works. I hadn't really thought about the fact that, like, because a Firestorm is so good, but it's like the only way you can last it. And so typically as Underlord, you just obviously Firestorm, you get some stacks in the Atrophy Aura, and you can bully the enemy hero, but he's like nuking the whole wave, and then Axe just dives him because he knows that his wave's gone, so he's just gonna run into the Underlord, and the enemy creeps obviously aren't gonna save Underlord. They're just gonna create all that ridiculous pure damage. It's gonna like completely melt him. So I don't even know what the answer would be for S4. I guess you like try and just right click him and like you don't even spam your Firestorm. I don't know.
I think the answer is yeah, you just kind of accept it and just try to minimize your death as much as possible. You know, I have history calling this type of lane the suicide lane, and I think we're kind of seeing that here in the sense of the Underlord and what he's having to deal with. The only 2 deaths of you, man. Craziest. If they're trying to make a 3rd death, however, going a little too much. Juggernaut rotating in, doesn't have Omni Slash yet. Now level 6. Matthew going for the TP play, unable to work though. He will be a distraction to allow Pepita to make his getaway. But Zeb will cut down. Getting 1 kill out of that turn. G. Wyvern's picking up some experience at the bottom lane. Or currently, Winter's Curse is, as usual, going to be a solid tool. It's not. There's no like Lycan or anything that really wrecked them, but potential big Winter could come out. Phase Boots coming along. With the Armlet last game, I'd assume you would see the same build. I think with Shadow Blade next, maybe Drums in there. Oh, well, it's going to be delayed, whatever it is. Maybe? Ghost Ship? Well, they turned Gyrocopter and the ROM. He's going to survive for now. Out comes the Cold Embrace, so never mind. He's going to stay alive. Maledict's not going to be enough damage, and actually great sharp block there again on Matthew. Splitter Blast, not enough damage, however. Earth Spirit will manage to roll away and survive. The Snowball in also not going to be enough, as it does Doctor, but Jerix has to turn around. You know,
yeah.
Only Gyrocopter dying after that.
But all that attention mid did mean that level 6 was given up top there to Jug, so that'll force the Axe rotation. Pretty much the only person who can come up here and not get killed by an Omni Slash and a spin. And that takes him away from that mid lane once again.
That Blink Dagger. This is going to be a Blink Vanguard Boots. Basically 10 minutes into the 40. Fast. 1.
Oh, they are going to smoke right into their opponents, though. And they saw them with the ward, did they, or no?
Call, but the ship comes out. Yeah, that's going to be the Ramen. Now Stinger realizing this is not going to work out the prettiest, although Pepita's coming in, so has plenty of support. Now they're calling 2 more seconds. Jerax has a snowball. Going to use it over to the creeps, and he makes a getaway initially. Pepita's still trying to chase. Another Remnant's ready. Torrent will miss. Axe goes in for the Colding Blade. Has another call. Looking to use it right here. Will taunt up the Juggernaut. X brings it back, though. Might save him in a sense, but had to make the defensive play right there on the side of Kunkka. So that got a little awkward there with the smoke being exposed, but it still works out for him.
Yeah, that's really well positioned from OG to start that up. I thought maybe they had a ward as well near that top tier 1, but they didn't have any vision, so just well played from their perspective. But yeah, as he said, Blink Dagger still able to make plays happen there for Infamous, so our game's still very close, and now he's going to try and get himself a solo kill here onto the Wyvern. Easy dunk.
Whamma jamma. Bananas.
That's stream 1, guys. If you want the fruit combo.
He's been fun to watch. He's a great caster.
Oh yeah, BSJ's fabulous.
Yeah. I'm doing more. But you're better, don't.
Thank you. Obviously.
I know you're waiting for that. Like,
Of course, yeah. That's all I need. I need that reassurance in my life.
he's just all right.
You know, Syndrome goes away. Now these guys just come up here. Like, what are you doing? Come on, get on a team already.
Seriously, play Dota.
Yeah, what's their issue?
So
Jerax and Excel, a little bit of a standoff here. Parked over each other's wards. So,
actually can see each other.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Lost him now. Meanwhile, top tower, actually useful things going on, and Ember Spirit pushing in the top tower, although S4 will port back, and S4 is level 10, so she managed to get some decent levels here. Jerax. Okay, he's finally found. Sticking around a little bit too long. Jared's not going to save him. You'll see the massive ancient stack, but they can do anything about that. Cold Embrace applied to Kunkka as Matthew was rolling in with Old Stinger here. Magnetize, of course, applied. The Ghost Shit coming out once again. The Rum. Oh, out comes the Winter's Curse on Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit's going to die. No till stabilizers level 2. Finally goes down as a couple of spins happen. Juggernaut, he's too committed. Zeb gets dunked on. That's a double kill. Going the way of Stinger. So the Winter's Curse was pretty right there, but then Juggernaut came in last second thinking to make a big play, and it clearly wasn't.
that was actually a amazing Winter's Curse for like right at the start of the game. No Aether Lens or anything like that. No Glimmer Cape to get in there nice and close. Very well played from Fly, but yeah, Stinger is still mopping up. Almost up to 6,700 gold. After that, Blink Dagger, he's got another 1,500 in the bank. But it is level 10 now on the Kunkka. Pretty big breaking point for the hero. Get himself that plus 40 damage. And are we going to smoke up here? Do we have a smoke? It's on the courier. It's on the courier. We're smoking up. And they have that forward vision placed down from Jerax earlier on. He went down, place it, so they got to make good use of it. And that sentry will catch... Oh, actually, they don't plant one. Oh, they don't have any sentries on the Dire, so they're just walking through all this vision right now, sadly.
Yeah, you can tell Infamous knows exactly what's going on. And defensively, they saw Juggernaut over here kind of split up.
Oh, man, Stinger. He's going in.
Of course he is. He wants to go and make some plays. Cold Embrace is going to be applied. We're now trying to save his teammate right there. S4 still dying, though. Waiting.
Oh, look away.
He gets it off. Gets the one kill. The Winter's Curse happening, though. Keeping them in place for now. The snowball from Jerax initially saved him, but the Maldic will help take him down. No tail also. He's going to go down. 4 players are dead on the side of OG. Everyone stays alive for Infamous. And, I mean, Seb was kind of not... He was down here and just could never really find the time to go in.
That was a slaughter. I mean, I thought they would have known that the vision was there just because of, like, how that last dance went with the Tusk and the Witch Doctor and everything. And then just, like, coming in here without the sentries was pretty brutal. They didn't end up using that smoke either, so that was definitely a planned maneuver. As you mentioned the last time when Jerax went down, he saw that stack. So clearly they made some sort of a plan to come in here and try and deal with that using the Underlord and the Kunkka, because they have that bonus damage from level 10, and they thought maybe with the Firestorm and everything and the Vanguard with the Underlord to tank it, we can take that away from the Gyrocopter. But the vision there from the Radiant supports to guard that stack clearly paying off. And now you can see Vision, speaking of which, Excel stands up by the Ancients to ensure that the Gyro Flat Cannon can hit into it, and well, Stinger will come clean them up after the damage is dealt.
Axe is definitely snowballing like crazy here, and again, this is something this hero can do, and if he does, he's not necessarily considered a carry, but he can carry into the mid-game at least. Really set the tone, the tempo, whatever you want to call it for your team. Speaking of that and kind of scaling throughout the game, I'm very curious on Seb's decision here on Juggernaut not to go a Battle Fury. And I know that's not usually like his play style, but Battle Fury Juggernaut, good. He's going the S and a Y instead. Think that's an oversight or?
No, I'm personally okay with it. I think like Battle Fury is all right, but they're fighting a lot right now. I think he just wants to be engaged in the game. Maybe he'll come back to bite him in the ass, but I think the extra tank ability certainly going to help him against, especially with like how far this Axe is now out of control he is. Can you really afford to be split pushing and like ignoring your team right now versus Ember and Axe, who are just going to be like harassing you and a single call killing you when you have nothing but like a Battle Fury with no stats? You'd probably just die a lot.
Underlord, he's actually managed to again keep his levels up pretty well as S4. He's level 12, and Out of Defiance now to go with Vanguard. He's going to go the Pipe first. For those who wants to upgrade and first here. Pipe route. Gyrocopter, by the way, he's going Ags. Talk about that in a second. The call comes out from Singer, getting the Rum Strength. Cold Embrace saving Kunkka as well. They are going to lose a Tusk. It looks like, no, the Cold Embrace, excuse me, the Witch's Curse of their Spirit. And he'll end up being torn down by his own teammates. Jerax still alive? No. Ember Spirit will finish the job. Stinger, he hasn't died in a while. They're trying to kill him finally. Underlord pops the Dark Rift, wants to get the hell on out of here after the kill. Which they do. Nobody says, you know what, we're winning this fight. We're going to cancel that.
I got 155 damage.
Yeah. He is hitting hard.
We're not going anywhere.
205 plus damage for the Underlord. Decimate Infamous in that fight. That's what kind of a bounty was that? Yeah, 500 gold going the way of S4 as he got the last hit credit on Axe there.
Jeez, Matthew's gonna be so far away from his Blink Dagger now too with that dieback. That costs about 600 gold or something overall.
Much. Both right now. Yeah, these Winch's Curses have been pretty clutch. Feels like fly. Middle lane we
yeah, big turnaround.
Stalls the action for a bit, but in that case, again, a couple of times now, that one killed the Earth Spear.
Yeah, he is the combo breaker, just to make sure that Axe's rotations like don't go off perfect. Where he's going for the call, he's looking for the low hero, he gets the call off. He can't continue his little pattern there if it just gets interrupted by a big Woman's Curse like that. And even though it feels like he just threw it down, it's already back up. It's not the longest cooldown, so you win a big fight like that and you'll be okay. But Stinger is hunting now with the Shadow Blade. It looks like Fly knew he was in the area with some of that deeper vision. Actually, there is no deeper vision, so he's just predicting.
The thing with Axe, because he needs like creeps nearby. He's gonna. Okay, there you go.
They're there.
I'm gonna say.
And a little bit of luck.
Just a little bit, a couple of spins as a result, but it's playing luck, right? It set himself up to have. Gotta do when it comes to something involving RNG. Make the best chances possible.
Oh, top.
Probably kill a Gyrocopter, especially with a Dark Rift Uber. Yes, it is. Find him up there. Speaking of Gyrocopter, yeah, I was going to mention that as he's dead now for 40 seconds. Going the Ag, so what I think I've asked you before, but it's something that we have seen a lot more lately on these Gyros.
Yeah. Maybe with an Ember going Battle Fury, it's a little bit greedy. Just it feels like it's two heroes that just want to farm all game. But there's a decent amount of magic damage on the dire side, I guess, because the Kunkka and everything. So raw HP is okay. Aghanim Scepter is very good at that. Makes you pretty tanky. Seb silenced up. No defensive options there. Can't Omni Slash or anything.
Jax,
he's pressing the buttons.
Whatever, yeah. Lasted 3 or 4 seconds because of those plays.
Threw a ward down in the confusion.
Double aim stack means my OT on the Radiant side. Kunkka take a lot of that. He's Shadow Blade. So this game he doesn't go there unless all stick is different. I get the DK of the armor. Got a shot.
I'll get those crits going.
One Daedalus and double Daedalus isn't out of the question either. Axe is still on top of the charts. What about Axe's choice to go the Shadow Blade? Blink Vanguard, very typical, but it starts to get a little different as far as Shadow Blade.
Yeah, he's just overfarmed compared to most Axes, so you know, typically Axe, like, he can't maybe go for this because he needs the defense items to help his team, or a blade mail or something because he's dying, but he this has pretty much been his game, right? Like, he's 10, 2, and 4. He was way ahead of everyone else in the game, and so he needed some way to actually flex that net worth and use it to actually punish his opponent. So Shadow Blade's a great way of doing that. And when you have this Wyvern who just wants to split push the whole game, it's just free gold for the Axe over and over. And you can say it's just a support, but he's pretty farmed, and he's giving a lot of gold and experience over the Axe every single time. And like, despite how much time Fly's been in that bottom lane, they haven't even put that much pressure onto that bottom tower.
You talked about the Battle Fury earlier on Ember Spirit. Just about, in fact, he has the gold 4 right now. But I also noticed Juggernaut is going back to the Battle Fury. So he went the SNY.
Oh no.
First. Talked about because of a lot of fighting, but yeah, he still wants the Battle Fury. It's just going to be...
Yeah, he seems to not mind this kind of stuff because he also still went for that Radiance that was a little late. I mean, it came out, considering they were stomping so hard, it still came out a little 26, 27 minutes or something, but it's still a little rare to see, you know, a full item picked up before it because obviously you want that you know, maximum farm potential out of it, but I guess he just sees the way the game's going. They're having a hard time closing objectives. He's got to be farming quite a bit, but it is definitely dangerous.
He has a Glimmer Cape, but
oh, what a call.
Stinger gets a call. The backlines cuts down a Winter Wyvern with the Colding Blade, but at S4, he's up here. Pin him out, Sling gonna hit the Witch Doctor. He's gonna start running after that Crimson Guard, of course, mitigating damage. Dark Rift activated. Will it be enough to save Jirax? It's not. It's gonna save himself at least. As Endlord says sayonara. They do pick up Earth Spirit with a double damage Kunkka, and Juggernaut using the Omni Slash over to the right. And now OG's looking to run because of that.
They have vision here.
Ew, all the call hits. Try to use the extra. Gonna be pulled back eventually. Goes back to it. The Torrent will keep him alive initially. But a Colding Blade. Unstoppable indeed as act. Feels like.
Great Blade Mill game, too. So much AoE damage for him to try and reflect back onto his opponents. Someone like that Kunkka getting caught off guard could be devastating.
Juggernaut's gonna have a Battle Fury. A decent timing here, considering he's going as really his second big item.
Yeah.
So, I also wonder if this is kind of a reaction to, you mentioned the grief of Infamous, both the Battle Fury and then the Axe on Gyrocopter. Maybe they're trying to take this later, so Zeb saw that and was like, you know what, I gotta be able to keep two.
Yeah, I think it's that as well as like how much trouble they're having actually closing out these objectives at this point with you know, the Wyvern going down over and over and just the Axe being across the map. It's like I'm still worried because I feel like if he plays too much on his own, he is going to die just because of this Axe again. Is just going to obliterate him with any single hero helping him, but he just doesn't have a choice. Someone needs to be farming Ancients. They don't really have anyone that can do it right now. Kunkka's pretty damn slow at it. Like, he can chunk them down, but it's not the fastest thing. Like, it feels like No-Tail's been doing a lot of farming this game. And not even... He's been fighting, too, but a lot of times I see him, he's hitting creeps or something, but it's just not that quick when it comes to Ancients. You have to wait every single time for the Tidebringer. So he's not that farmed compared to his allies. He's actually below the Underlord.
Yeah, again, S4 really has been decent, but you're right. I think that is more of Kunkka under farm. Stinger. Whoa! He actually cancels it himself. I mean, unless, did I miss something?
I think he thought he was about to get caught, maybe.
Huh. Yeah, no. Yeah, I think you're right, because yeah, maybe he thought a torrent was coming out, and so he figured I got a Shadow Blade and try to get out of here. But
yeah.
They even
yeah, he was actually going to live.
Yeah.
Maybe he thought he could set up too, bottom lane. Like, my eyes will come back and we'll just wipe these guys, because
I think it was more of a defensive play, like you're talking about. That's what it felt.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate because, as we saw, he was actually fine there. So that's big for several reasons, including 650 gold going the way of Seb, the Juggernaut. So that guarantees his battle free finish now. He already has got Scotty queued up, and his acceleration is very real. Top network. So, slight mistake on what's overall been a great game from Stinger here on the Axe. OG a bit though, but then you look at the next three cores on Infamous' side, and they're all 2, 3, and 4 right there. Now, Doctor.
He's doing his best Winter Wyvern impression, just pushing lanes by himself.
Not as effective, but bottom lane, Curse. He's on an Earth Spirit. I hear the Dark Rift coming in as well, so a lot of reinforcements being brought in. Gyrocopter. And no other down the Witch Doctor. Gyrocopter locked up in the pit of mouse. He can just flat cannon auto attack, trying to run right now. Seb chasing after him with the spin. Blade Mill's activated from Axe. Gyrocopter finally goes down, gets cut down by the Juggernaut. They also get the Axe in the midst of the fight. Ember Spirit is able to run it out for the time being. Guessing we'll escape with his brother Earth Spirit, but
and
OG's
that Jug was like being tickled by that gyrocopter. Like he's at a 22 armor. Well, actually, now he's even higher. So things looking pretty damn good here when old S4 is hanging about.
Oh.
Okay. All right. I'm watching the tower push too.
Yeah, he assumed everyone was here. I guess I should have counted. Yeah, Kunkka was not. He was elsewhere. I don't know if he was trying to find somebody or if that was just him himself. But either way, they lose the Kunkka and can't take the tier 3 tower. Goes back. We mentioned the lack of the greatest Roshan killing team, and sieging is kind of the same story. The most powerful at that yet. You kind of wonder if maybe Juggernaut needs to get something to help that, something like an even.
Yeah, I think S4's got it now though. He picked up the Solar Crest. I think they're making adjustments based on last game because they definitely should be able to close out that Aegis earlier on and help high ground last match. So this game is looking a lot better for OG. I think this. The only way they win this game for Infamous, I mean, not say the only way they win, but one of the hardest parts right now for that team, I should say, is Stinger. Like, he had an amazing early game, but how do you transition into this mid game right now as an Axe? Like, the best thing you can probably do is work with a teammate to try and keep focusing down Seb. That would be your best bet, but it's a difficult task to try and keep, like, following him around the map and everything. So he has the bots, but he still needs help from Matthew to get these kills, unless he catches Seb in a really big wave. And they understand that too. Like, look at them just kind of backing him up, but they have that rainy vision on the high ground.
They do. Yeah, the ward placed here, so exactly where they are at. Shadow Blade's in. Open though. Back to you again. That's what I was talking about earlier. Yes, the snowball is great from Axe, and you know they can do it, but he's really a carry.
Yeah.
Completely win the game for you as it goes on.
It's okay. He has passed off the baton. He's done well. You know, his other two cores have surpassed him. There's a Lincoln Sphere done on the Ember Spirit. He should have a pretty good game now at this point in terms of split pushing. So Axe just needs to shut down this Chug, and they will find it. But again, they are baiting.
Play mills up. Rum comes out though. Dark Rift in. Matthew, he sees that. Stinger's just trying to run. Snowball stops him for the time being. Cauldon's gonna... yeah, the Cauldon's coming down actually. From Gyrocopter, trying to zone them away, but it's not going to be scary enough. An Axe is picked up. Apita, though, he is split pushing, has a Remnant. Go back to if he needs it. Maybe this is Roshan finally.
That's such a good read by OG. They knew exactly what Infamous needed. Like, this Axe is just, he can do pretty much nothing. Like, he doesn't really want to be hitting these waves. He has a Battle Fury Ember and he's an Aghanim Gyrocopter. The creep waves just are not for him anymore. And his only job is to hunt Jug. And so what do? They just camp behind the Jug and bait him out with sentries and observers ready, knowing that Axe is going to come in invis. And then that opens up this Roche. And that's just going to open up the rest of this match here for OG. And, you know, that's kind of stuff that we talk about, like what separates teams. It's just fully understanding exactly what your opponent wants to get done. The courier flies right over Ember on the high ground. It will still survive thanks to the fact that he was TPing.
Oh, you saw it, but that was actually delivering what eventually became the Eye of Scotty for Juggernaut. Yep. Blink picked up on Wyvern. Great tool for Fly to have. Glimmer Cape initially is good as well, of course, but getting that blink allows him to be very defensive now, sit back, and then come in for a big word curse or cold embrace, whatever it needs. Also the split push. Meanwhile,
that's good find.
Doing Ancient, so good find there from Axe and the others. And they're going to go for more. There's that blink, though, coming into play for Fly. Reacts right away. Doctor also going to get caught in a torrent. Seb, whoa, he's going manly. He's got a shrine, I guess.
Let's get the Aegis too.
Here. He doesn't have the Aegis as mentioned. Omni Slash.
Stinger caught too.
Stinger caught too, though. Golden Blade, the Gwynch's Curse comes out right as the Decapitate happens onto the Tusk. And now Kunkka going for the turn, though. Stinger is going to be picked up. Witch Doctor with a Death with a Mount picked up as well. Kunkka very likely could tick down. Is it going to be enough? The roll away from Matthew. He'll be fine. Apita trying to finish them off. Flame Guard using that Fire Remnant. They do kill Kunkka. Peter needs to be careful himself, though, being cut down by the Juggernaut now. Doesn't have another Remnant to get away. Gonna be kicked away, though, from Matthew. Well played by Matthew there on the Air Spirit. But Fly,
God, he rolls.
No, cannot do so with the auto attacks. And Matthew will TP out. Excel will as well. And Winter Wyvern just simply cannot run down Ember Spirit. Holy crap, that was an insane save.
Yeah, that is one of those fights that sometimes makes your team look like total morons or geniuses, and that was genius. They kind of just dove into a team that just got Aegis, but they found the Underlord first, and they just kept battling after that. They want to try and take them apart, maybe get the Aegis if they can, but you can see that once the Shrine popped, they knew they weren't going to kill Mad, so they just completely ignored him and started focusing down everyone else around the engagement, and Stinger found his worth on that one too, when he got that blink onto 2, and even the save there from the fly was not enough.
Do you see physical build committed to for Ember Spirit? Battlefield early mentioned Lincoln, but now he has a Chrysalis. Gonna go the full Daedalus. A lot of damage coming out.
Get his true strike talent too.
20, yeah. That there, level 22 now. Dark Rift poured in. Excel, he's definitely dead, just a matter of how long it takes. Seb's trying to find somebody, but somebody's Matthew, we already know. He's a very difficult kill. So now run down, but again, they get the Witch Doctor at least. There's interesting choice from him. He goes,
yeah, he committed to that a long time ago. It's kind of crazy. Like, we saw him thinking about the Chrysalis, and then he just kept going, getting up towards the scythe. So he's going to be the Shadowblade initiation, and we know they have that Lincoln Sphere already, so he's going to have to try and either X first or scythe first. Hopefully, obviously, the X first, because we know how the X gets countered well by the Ember Spirit, so you want to just be able to pop him right into the little sheep.
everyday item on a Kunkka, especially a core mid Kunkka. Here. Reaction to how the game's looking. Seb pushing out middle. He did get the blink now, and currently has an all-fire kit. This is an illusion, by the way, Jar. Baited for it. Doesn't look like they are. It's pretty obvious now. Just kind of running at it. Tier 3, doing some damage. The Death Ward is simply going to be used to kind of scare them, but it lasts so long, and now with that being on cooldown, OG, a little more confident perhaps. Dark Rift is not ready for 15 seconds. Still the Aegis on Juggernaut. Here we go. Stinger jumped in. He jumped right into the Pit of Malice, though. They're going to turn Initiative. Ember Spirit got caught in that as well. The Ghost Ship coming out. They'll finish him off. He has to fight back immediately. Still popping the Ghost Scepter, staying alive for the time being, but in goes a Torrent, and Savage just going to right-click him down. He has the buyback himself. Not using it just yet, though. Finally, the Tier 3 will fall. There's the buyback on Witch Doctor. I think OG is fine to retreat now. Will they be able to retreat, though? Dark Rift in currently from Underlord, and is coming back in. They won't have that defensively. Winch's Curse on Gyro. Nobody really nearby, though, other than creeps. So he's fine, but it does set up for this. The Omni Slash right after the fact. Stinger's in trouble. If he goes down right here, that's going to be big in favor of OG. The Blade Mill not going to be enough to save him. He's dead as well. So is Gyro. They do both have buybacks, but they've already used so many. They are going to have to use it at least on the Axe. Papito, that would be a dieback on him if he goes down. Fire Revenant away. He's good. Gyro bites back now. Winter Wyvern. Arctic Burn to fly away. The Cask making it difficult. Bouncing around. A boulder smash on 4 heals. Matthew once again with the gunplay right here. Will it be enough follow-up? They kill Tusk. They're going for the kill on Cook, and they take him out. And Underlord's also going to get caught as a result. So it looks so good for OG right there. But a god boulder smash from Matthew comes through. And they hold him off when it's all said and done. Now, it did require 4 buybacks, but that could have been so much more.
Yeah, it's like, did we commit too hard? Yes, but at the same time, it's 4 buybacks, so you feel okay about this, but they certainly need a little bit of pressure going this way on the map, so in the end, it's a little bit of a wash. It also kind of depends as to what comes next. How much do they get out of this? Is they only going to be forced to buy back inside of OG? As long as they don't lose a tier 3, that would be pretty bad, I think. Would kind of negate a lot of what they just gained, obviously, because then everyone's just going to lose shrines. So yeah, Fly's going to try and save that. Man, he, not expecting the scythe there, I think. Papita getting caught in that initial burst from the Kunkka. And then Stinger committing on top of the Aegis Jug. Seemed to punish them pretty hard. I mean, the Aegis didn't even go down. It wasn't until like the very end and that final engagement when they were kind of diving into those tier 4s as to when the Aegis expired. And Seb started to retreat right away. And I think that's when they all got caught by that 4-man boulder.
Optimus. A lot to make it happen, but definitely a case of they're definitely still in this game. thing where that could have been so much more disaster for them. You do have a nullifier though, for for Seb. Juggernaut, that is around the corner now. And also level 25 for him and Ember Spirit, actually. Decides to go for rather the health or the Omni slash targets. You have Ember Spirit also get 5 just around the corner as well. He does have his data list now. Big items coming out on either side of their course. Give it the bottom push is infamous, and this is what Ember Spirit could definitely do, especially with this physical.
Yeah.
Just flash around these creep waves. Make it difficult.
Although the Underlord has been good at that. We saw in the last fight, the Gyro was up here pushing, and S4 just came back, and then he was able to still bring himself back into the actual engagement. They're trying to bait him out here, and No Tail, 50-50 chance, took a wrong turn, or he might have found that axe. He doesn't have a lot of assistance right now, though.
Matthew up here is sneaky. Got the creep wave or what, or Courier Snap of sorts, but just chilling for now. Plane 25 for Juggernaut, and he does go the on-flash strikes. Right there, Ember Spirit picks up a 2 Sleight of Fist charge. Play more and more. Plated Reeves finished on Underlord. A good tool this game for purging as well as heal overall.
Man, those Sleight of Fist charges are going to be... Whew, that's going to be a lot of damage for that Daedalus.
Spam it in a fight, and all of a sudden it's kind of similar to like a Kunkka, where that was Kunkka's case, the one Tidebringer, but it happens pretty quickly too for the Ember.
He's got plans too, He's got a Gyro on his team, so even if he drops the Rapier that he's thinking about, and Gyro gets it, everything's fine. We got 2 Rapier heroes. It's twice as good. And now Matthew, he's been doing this all without a blink, ladies and gentlemen. What a god.
Just got it, as you pointed out, but the fact that he's been doing it without that this whole that much more impressive. Anyways, here we go. Double damage on Kunkka is going to wear off as they engage. Countered by the spin. Fortification, though. OG, not overcommitting again. They don't have an Aegis. Gonna be a little careful. They have a Dark Rift out if need be. More defensive tools around them. It goes without saying, this is a difficult team to siege against, but still gonna work out. They do kill a melee reaction, OG. Surely we'll start backing off for now. Until Infamous kind of wants to go out, but...
I mean, they're not even using, like, the X-Jug play or anything either, right? Like, that was kind of a classic with the Sport Kunkka. Oh, Matthew. Just bought the blink, so no buyback. I mean, he's probably on cooldown anyway, is it? Or no, actually, it was back, but...
Yeah, he was hoping they didn't have vision up there. Meanwhile, Omni Slash in. He got the nullifier up on Jarcopter as well. Jarcopter, he just died. He just, like, saved me. Do something. 100 seconds he's dead for, though. That's a dieback on him, and that was the key catch they needed. Worst Spirit was one thing, but catching Gyrocopter there. And Seb just wants to finish this game. Yeah, backdoor protection will prevent that. Oh, geez. The creep wave is not being the best for them right now. Finally is here. Deep Pepita, though.
Yeah, doing his best. Well, he will be found.
Yeah, not a big deal. Dying, but yeah, he's gonna cut it still. Back in the base. Witch Doctor, he'll be run down. Juggernaut, gotta be careful with the axe. And now he's going back to the tower. They still have creeps in the bases. We see the Pepita doing his best to cut that creep, but they need to kill the creeps though. And make sure theirs don't die. Backdoor protection for going up. OG trying to finish the game right here, right now. 50 seconds still. With the Gyrocopter, and without Ember Spirit as well. I mean, this...
Does Stinger call those 3 creeps and try and kill them? To save the game. Stinger, go!
I mean, this is it. You gotta try something. Pepita's now back. Here we go. Gonna engage. Sleight of Fist coming out. Gonna get the big crits. Kunkka down a half life. They do a kill Tusk. But the hex up on Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit's in trouble. He knows it. He's trying to walk away. It's a little piggy. It ain't gonna work. He's dead for 2 minutes, and OG should be able to finish the job here now. Old Stinger going to delay it as much as he can as he keeps making the call. Blade Mill as well, as meanwhile, see Matthew getting killed off again, and Axe, sure enough, he too will die. So GG's gone, it is official. OG will take it 2-0 here. Series, but Infamous, a hell of a fight. Unfortunately, their journey will end without any victory in group stages, but they had some post-match.
Yeah, they did. Hopefully the whole experience thing, yada yada yada. You know, they got some good